gentlemen. So today I'm here to share with you something that is very rare these days in the Hollywood industry. Now, back when I was growing up, I grew up watching all sorts of these masculine stars, John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, even who we got today, Keanu Reeves. I grew up with all those. Now, what made them is that they were actually a what they call an alpha male. You know, you've seen many videos many times about being an alpha male. And of course, with this so-called woke stuff that's pretty popular in the Hollywood industry, that seems pretty rare. Now, me being a wannabe actor, I'd like to bring that back. So I'm here to discuss with you the top tips on how to be an alpha male in Hollywood. All right, step number one, be fan friendly. Now, when you get big in the Hollywood industry or entertainment industry, or whatever you're trying to do, you're going to have all sorts of fans and stuff. Now, I know every once in a while you've seen it in movies and stuff that you get all these fans that are completely overbearing. You know what I mean? But not all the fans are overbearing. They just want to have a good conversation with you, know what your interests are, and know about what upcoming projects you're working on. Okay? So no matter what, unless the fan turns out to be a total psycho, be friendly to all your fans and stuff, and definitely don't, if they're trying to get a picture of you, definitely don't do anything like apparently Sean Penn did one time a while back. Some fan of his was trying to get a picture of him and he smashed his phone. Do not do that. You will completely lose your fan base if you do that. Yeah, like I said, be like a Keanu Reeves. Now, Keanu Reeves, he is known for being really fan friendly because he will sit down and have conversations with fans, and he'll even help his fans out if it seems like they're struggling. He's a very generous man, and a lot of people who've worked with him in Hollywood love him. So, so basically, no matter what, be fan friendly. Step number two, don't neglect yourself. What I mean by that is that always take care of yourself. You know, if you want to be good and healthy, you want to set off a good example and stuff. Always stay in shape, always work out. Now, I mean, you don't have to work out every day. You can start with 3 times a week if you want to, then slowly work yourself up. But always eat right. Don't eat a whole lot of crap food, and definitely have good hygiene. Always take a shower. Always wash your hair with shampoo. Condition once or twice a week. Wash your body with a good soap, and then when you go out, always wear like a good fragrance. Not too much, but always have a good fragrance on to smell good, you know, because if you're a single man and you're trying to attract some sexy ladies, well, a good smelling fragrance, if you do it right, will do the trick. Step number 3, don't abuse drugs and alcohol. Now, you've seen it many times in the Hollywood and entertainment industry. People like Charlie Sheen and others as well, you know, they just for some reason, they get a good career going, and then they turn to drugs and alcohol. They just abuse the hell out of it, and then their career and their life just goes completely down the tubes. So, if you're going to be in the industry, the Hollywood industry, you want to be a real man, then don't do either one of those. I mean, it's okay to have a drink every once in a while and stuff, and but don't do any illegal drugs either. And definitely, trying to set a good example, definitely do not smoke cigarettes or even smoke weed, because that stuff, especially if you're trying to encourage everybody to live a healthy lifestyle, that stuff is terrible for your health. So just don't abuse drugs and alcohol. Step number 4, dress sharp no matter what. Now, you've seen it here lately with this so-called woke stuff that's been going on in Hollywood. Some of these people that claim to be real men are dressing up in some of the weirdest ways, if you know what I mean. You're like, okay, people like John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, and even now Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Keanu Reeves, and others, they don't dress that way. They don't dress really weird. They don't dress kind of feminine or whatever. No, you should dress like a man. Yeah, if you go to a premiere, you want to dress casual, just wear something like what I'm wearing. And if you want to go out in a tux, go out in a tux. You want to go out in a suit, go out in a suit. Yeah, no matter what, but just dress sharp no matter what. Be positive to your image. Step number 5, always be well-groomed. Now, what I mean by well-groomed is that if you got thick hair, at least keep it not real short, but at least reasonably short. And if you're going to grow sideburns like me, then keep that well-groomed. And if you're going to grow a beard, I mean, Not everybody can rock a beard, but if you're going to grow a beard, at least keep that well groomed, because you see these other people who have wild hair, they don't cut it regularly, and they have their sideburns whacked, and also if they grow a beard, it's really out there. It looks like you have to take a weed whacker to it. So, always be well groomed. Step number 6, be positive in any situation. Now, what I mean by that is that if you are nominated for Best Actor in an Oscar, or if you get a Grammy nomination or something like that, and you wind up losing to somebody else, deal with it. It's just an award. There's always next time. So, or if you're dealing with a director or whatever who's a pain in the butt, be positive. Just breathe in, breathe out, and go on about your day. Step number 7, never discuss politics or religion. Now, what I mean by that is that if you ever notice this, especially these days, some of these so-called elite celebrities just get political. You know what I mean? They just go on political rants. That they go to these award shows like Oscars, Golden Globes, or even some of the singers do that at the Grammys. They go on political rants instead of talking about the experience of doing whatever it was they were doing. And definitely, well, whatever your political beliefs are, whether it's Republican, Democrat, Independent, Libertarian, whatever, your fans don't care, because you start going on a political rant, the only thing you're going to do is make your fans mad, and your fans are going to boycott your stuff. So don't discuss politics or religion. Plain and simple. Step number 8, don't talk trash about others. Now, what I mean by that is some of these other stars, they are bad to talk trash about other movie stars out there. I'll give you an example. There was a guy I used to like watching until I found out what a douche he is. Steven Seagal. Turns out he is an arrogant, total narcissist is what he is. Yeah, because basically he has been in interviews, and when they ask him about certain action stars out there, he is always talking trash about them, making up stuff about it. And like there's a classic story, if you can look it up on YouTube, that he had tried saying that, accusing Jean-Claude Van Damme of being a liar, and Jean-Claude Van Damme called him out and wanted to fight him, and of course he wimped out, backed out of the fight. So, even if you're the biggest star, whether you're the next Tom Cruise or whatever, do not badmouth others. Step number 9, treat your co-stars with respect. Now, also what brings this up is another story of Steven Seagal, is that there have been times he's disrespected his co-stars, like basically a lot of his female co-stars, his leading ladies in there, that he has been bad to sexually harass them. They have called him out on it since then. And also another story, he was doing a movie with John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo told this story, is that supposedly when John Leguizamo was getting ready to shoot a scene, he had went up to him and said, "Hey man, I'm in charge." And John Leguizamo, being a comedian, thought he was joking, and Steven Seagal, being the douche he is, apparently had just elbow striked him right dead in the center of the chest, about knocked the wind out of him. Okay, so don't do that to your co-stars and stuff. And also, if you especially don't harass your female co-stars. And also, if you wind up hooking up with your female co-stars, it's really none of nobody's business whether you did. Which brings me to my next step. Never brag about your body count, okay? And case in point here, if any of you are from the same generation I am, I grew up watching a sitcom called That 70s Show. Y'all probably remember it. Well, if any of y'all know who it is, the guy that played Fez, Wilmer Valderrama. Turns out he has gotten himself in big trouble because he has bragged about hooking up with all these other women in Hollywood stuff, and of course he's gotten himself in trouble. Don't. So what? You hooked up with one of the hottest women around? Don't brag about it. Okay? It's really none of nobody's business except yours and hers. Okay? So if you're a big action star and you wind up sleeping with every single one of your co-stars, that's none of nobody's business. And the next step is, if you marry the right person, don't screw it up, because you wind up screwing it up, then not only your life in general, but your career is just going to go straight down the toilet. Okay? Case in point, actor Ben Affleck, he had married his co-star from Daredevil, Jennifer Garner. got married and had a good marriage and had 3 kids, and then he wound up screwing it up by he apparently was running around with Jennifer Garner with their nanny, and ever since then he has just went downhill. I mean, he is a full-blown alcoholic, a chain smoker, and God knows what else. He's probably in the news right now with his current situation. Not going to go into that, but either way, you got a good marriage going on. Don't screw that up, because you do, your entire life is just going to go from there. And the next step, always be humble and try to help others. Case in point, I had mentioned him earlier in this video, Keanu Reeves. Everybody loves him because he is the most humble person out there, because he will help a lot of people. There's a lot of stories about how he has helped people and all that. I don't have time to go into that and stuff, but please, just out of the kindness of your heart, if you're making millions of dollars doing movies and stuff, then you can invest some of that to try to help some people, those people that are in need. But you do not want to be taken advantage of either. You don't want to let people abuse the fact that you are a humble and generous person. Which brings me to my last step. Don't let others take advantage of you. Okay? And that was also the downfall of the great Elvis Presley. You know, basically what killed him is that not only his manager working him to death, but turns out he was working himself to death, trying to keep up his whole family. His whole family was always wanting a piece of whatever it was he made. And he was too nice of a guy, and he couldn't say no. He just let him take advantage of him. He basically worked himself to death, and as you clearly know, he had tragically died of a heart attack on the throne at the young age of 42. So, don't let people take advantage of it. Well, that's it. That is my step-by-step of how to be an alpha male in Hollywood. Hopefully one of these days I'll get into acting and stuff, and I can bring all that back. If you like this video and want to see more, click the subscribe button down there. And if you like this video, make sure you drop me